Hi everyone, it's Cassie, the Young Teen Librarian at East Hampton Library. Today for our virtual Make and Take craft, we are actually going to be doing something a little bit different. From all of our videos, we've been doing what would be traditionally considered arts and crafts. But for this video, I'm going to show you something that is, I would say, an art form in and of itself, but is not wouldn't necessarily be categorized as arts and crafts. So for today, I'm going to show you how to make a DIY essential oil headache blend. So for that, what you will need, I'm going to show you my kind of setup we have today. Okay, we have this nice kind of like wood container. In here is all of my essential oils. I forget where I purchased this, but I loved it because it kind of looked like a old card catalog that they would have in libraries. So some of the containers are metal and some are wood. So my essential oils are in here, and then we are going to make two different types of essential oil blends today. One will be a roll-on essential oil blend. So if you open this up, you see it's a little roller ball container. And then the other one is going to be a aromatherapy type of blend. So this little container, see we have this plastic cap and there's a hole at the top of here, and inside the container is a little cotton wick. And what you do is you saturate that cotton wick with essential oils, and then you make sure the bottom is sealed and this is sealed, and then anytime you just want to, you can just breathe it in and enjoy the scent. And for our rollerball container, you will need a carrier oil of some kind to dilute the essential oils, because even though they say that certain essential oils can be applied what they call neat or straight to the skin without any dilution, it's better to err on the side of caution than not. So my suggestion is you always dilute essential oils. And my carrier oil that I'm using is vegetarian squalane oil from olive oil. Squalane oil, one of the more traditional sources of it is shark liver, but they don't really do that anymore because of the environmental impact on sharks. So we don't do that. So this is a better source of that. And then optionally, if you want to, you can use a tweezer when you are making the aromatherapy inhaler one, because in case you don't want to be touching the essential oil saturated cotton wick. All right, so I'm going to take all of my oils out of here. We have Cheer Up Buttercup, Clary Sage, Lavender. Now the brand I'm using is Now Essential Oils. So the Cheer Up Buttercup is a blend that they have, and it includes bergamot, orange, lime, grapefruit, and lemon. It smells so good. It's like one of my favorite scents. And then the other three we will be using today is lemongrass, peppermint, and tea tree. Now this is tea tree, it's just I'm reusing an old lavender bottle, because the original bottle I had for my tea tree was like this giant bottle. And if you notice, all of these, they're going to have this little dropper cap on them that the larger bottle didn't have that. So it was like, oh, it was not really a good thing, because I would have to use another tool to I'd have to use a little eyedropper bottle to get the essential oils out. All right, so I think what we will first do is our essential oil aromatherapy inhaler. So roughly about three drops of each essential oil. So we have 6 of them, so that would be 18 drops overall. So we will start with our Cheer Up Buttercup. So I'm going to use my tweezers, but as I said, tweezers are optional. So 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to remove the caps for all these other bottles. Make this a little bit easier on myself. Just move that out of the way. Okay. So now we're on our next one. And you don't have to do this, but I just used a little plastic baggie so that I wouldn't get the essential oils everywhere. All right, that was our clary sage. Let me put our lavender. Now, another way of doing this is if this is a blend that you use on a regular basis. I just found that this was easier for me. But if you have a blend that you're using on a regular basis, what you could do is put equal portions of each essential oil into an old essential oil bottle, like clean the essential oil bottle out and then reuse it and put equal portions of each oil into that blend. And then then you would have that like a new scent that you've created, and then you could just apply it to the eye drop, to the cotton wick. Okay, so, oh, that's nice and good scent. So what we're going to do is you then just kind of just pop it into there, put the lid on, or put the bottom cap on, click it in place, and then voila. Here, this is the cover. You always have the cover. And then have the scent. So what you can do is just, you can inhale it like that. Another way would be to close one nostril and get a nice, inhale it through the other nostril. But this is a nice way. There are topical benefits to essential oils, but there is some evidence that there is, like, you know, inhaling it through the olfactory senses means it enters the body in a different way than it would if you were applying it topically. Like when you, like if you have, like if you were to have a bowl of hot water, you know, if you're feeling congested and you have a bowl of hot water, you put essential oils into it and you breathe in the steam and the essential oils. That is useful for if you have like a stuffed nose or whatever. I think we will continue to use this just in case we need it, this little plastic thing. So now with this guy, just pop this little lid off, and we're going to do, normally I have these, this is a 5 ml bottle. I normally use a 10 ml bottle. But this is cute if you're like making like a little gift for a friend, just like use a little sample of it. So for this, in my traditional one, I think I had 2 to 3 of each essential oil. So I'm going to do about 2 drops of each, or as much as close as I can. So 1, 2, there we go. So then we will close that up. And then we will use, that was our Cheer Up Buttercup. Now the same 1 to 2 drops of our clary sage. Then our lavender. Ooh. And if you want to use a little extra of lavender, it's not a big deal, because lavender is one of the more, it's not as potent. Like certain essential oils, like clove or cinnamon, even something like peppermint. It's better to err on the side of caution and not apply it straight to the skin, because you could potentially burn your skin if you're not careful, because they are very concentrated, meaning that they can tend to be very volatile. Okay, this is our lemongrass. All right, we need 2 drops of this. Oh, come on. Sometimes these eyedropper tops don't work as well as they should, and so it takes a little while for certain essential oils. I think like certain essential oils are more viscous, they're like thicker, so they don't come out as quickly. Okay. So now we're down to our last 2 for this. Okay. Now a good essential oil for a headache blend would be wintergreen, but from what I remember reading, wintergreen is not good around pets. And wintergreen also is a natural source of methyl silicate, which is an aspirin. So if someone has, if someone can't take blood thinners, like aspirin is the type of thing that works like as a blood thinner, works like a blood thinner. So someone who can't take those, you wouldn't want to give them wintergreen because it would probably negatively affect them. So now we have our last oil, which is the tea tree. Okay, that is our little blend of that. So it smells good. So now all we have to do, because we have one carrier oil, and conveniently this bottle comes with an eyedropper, we are just going to add it a little bit at a time with the eyedropper until it reaches towards the top. You don't want to go too high though, because we don't want it to overflow with this. So I think that's a good stopping point. And then all we have to, and we also want to make sure that we leave enough room that we can like shake it and combine the ingredients together. So there's our cap on. All right, and so that is our little headache blend. So all you have to do when you are applying it, just kind of roll it on and massage it in. Now, granted, we don't have a headache on our hand, but a good what I usually do is I will apply it to the tips of my fingers, and then I will massage it into my temples and the base of my neck, because usually the reason why I have a headache is because I have a pinched nerve in my neck. So it just helps to take away the pain from that. So that is a quick and simple way to just have a little essential oil blend. One that you apply topically and one that you can inhale to just enjoy the smell and also any benefits that come with that. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it inspired you to research your own essential oil blends and what might work for you. Now, really, with essential oils, just like with anything, you really need to do your research, because there is a lot of good information out there, but there's also a lot of false information out there surrounding essential oils. So you want to make sure that if you're using essential oils, you're not going to be using them incorrectly and potentially harming your body. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.